Top 10 Strange, Unexplained Internet Videos. Today, we're going to tell you about the top 10 videos that shocked the internet. We know your brain must be getting puddled with ideas and guesses of all sorts. Well, to check if you're correct, or to find out what exactly we're talking about, stay tuned till the end of the video. Today, we're going to tell you about the top 10 strange, unexplained internet videos that nobody has a clue about. 10. Road Spirit. Because the majority of mysterious movies are captured on security cameras outside the house or on the streets, this is one of them. The event captured on tape in this video, captured by a traffic camera, is unusual, and viewers are having difficulty interpreting it. This one is from 2017, and it shows an 18-year-old attempting to cross the road alone while two automobiles approach in the same direction. As we can see in the video, she successfully, or almost safely, passes the first car. The view from the second car, on the other hand, is completely abnormal. She is almost hit by a car, except that she's in front of it, when she is unexpectedly saved by a man, and the next thing we see is that she is safely on the other end with that man. What happened to trigger that? Nobody is ever going to know. 9. Deep Web Goosebumps. The Deep Web, a place full of scary and unsettling videos, is assumed to be the source of this video. The video begins with a man eating soup at his table while his eyes are covered. Later, a character clothed in disguise with his face hidden emerges from the back and begins patting his back. But this isn't the most terrifying portion yet. The man eating the soup sobs as soon as he starts massaging his back, and another man dressed similarly approaches from the front and tries to console him. When it was first uploaded in 2008, it was misinterpreted as a joke, but it quickly became clear that this was far more than that. This is a scary video that no one has ever explained. 8. Shark, or an alien. There are numerous creatures that have yet to be identified, but some are simply too fantastical to be from our planet. One such example is this extraterrestrial marine creature. This species, caught off the coast of Singapore by a 54-year-old fisherman, was truly incredible. Except for the circular center region of its body, the creature could curl every single component of its body. The marine researchers were astounded by this monster, as they had no idea what it was. Another inexplicable monster has caused a stir on the internet. 7. Who's Slamming the Door? One of the strangest and incomprehensible movies we've ever seen on the internet was recorded from the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 Tower, now known as 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 Tower in Brussels. In 2006, a random man, most likely on his way home from work, had an unusual event. The man was simply leaving the building through the revolving glass door, as any other individual would. What the camera captured, though, was insane. They bumped into each other out of nowhere as he entered between two glass doors to exit the building. There was no external force, at least none that could be seen by the witnesses or in the camera. The man hurried back into the building, shaken and possibly injured, brushing off jagged bits of glass that had fallen on him. Is this a strange coincidence or a paranormal occurrence? We'll never know for sure. 6. A whole new species. Imagine an alien-like shadow emerging from the depths of some caves seemingly out of nowhere. The situation would be unappealing. Many people believe that the caves surrounding their houses are home to fictitious shape-shifting animals. However, no matter how many people claim to have seen paranormal animals inside caverns near their homes, it's only legitimate if someone has seen it for themselves. Someone did, however, manage to capture it on film. Evidence of a demon-like person roaming about the rocks outside a cave can be seen in the clip. A closer examination of its face reveals more details about its traits, including horns on its head. Aside from it, the monster had razor-sharp teeth and gleaming scales. Those who believe in aliens have been strengthened in their belief that aliens have arrived on Earth and will take over soon as a result of this evidence. 5. Superman in lab coat. A huge vehicle appears to lose control on a roadway with heavy two-way traffic in this video from an unknown location of Russia. The truck almost moves to the other side before returning to its lane, and there was no apparent explanation for this at first. However, as soon as it entered its lane, a man in a lab coat emerged out of nowhere and crossed the road. Many explanations have been proposed in response to this appearance, but no one has a definitive solution. However, one of the more intriguing theories claims that he was a future scientist. Who knows? He might genuinely be one. Whatever scenario we come up with, the fact remains that this man was recorded on camera, appearing out of nowhere and crossing the road calmly as if he had seen it coming and it wasn't a big thing to him. 4. Wandering UFO. In the spirit of extraterrestrial takeovers, here's a video that suggests the presence of a UFO in Jerusalem. A few witnesses saw an incredible sighting of a real UFO flying over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem late at night. Despite the fact that many individuals from various parts of the city watched it, only a handful were able to capture the event on video in order to retain the record of what they saw. A bright circular object was seen floating above the dome, almost touching down and blending with the lights of the building below it. Soon after, the UFO launched itself into the sky in a straight path at an incredible speed. The Israeli government excused itself by claiming that the tapes were fabricated, although many people saw it and there has been no legitimate explanation for it so far. 3. The house nobody should go to. We've all heard stories about former owners or lovers returning to the places, things, or people they care about most to defend them. This time, though, we've not only heard it, but also saw it on video. In the shop's CCTV camera, an almost transparent, or should we say slightly translucent figure was seen moving through the clothing racks on the ground floor. This ghost, according to the current shopkeepers, isn't a stranger. He was apparently one of the industrial workers who used to live in the building, which was once the residence of industrial merchants. The firm was run by Mr. Hopkins and his wife, and the spirit resembled Mrs. Hopkins, according to the present owners, and it isn't the first time she has returned to check on the facility. 2. Is this mythical creature real? This imaginary persona received a lot of attention from people all over the world in 2009, but no one understood that this fictional character was actually rather fictional. We can clearly see a guy arriving from nowhere that looks just like the skinny man in a video shot by a biker. After the man finishes riding his bike, an uncomfortably tall figure appears in the backdrop, looking exactly like the slim man. There is no one else in the frame, and there is no other explanation for this film but that it was the slender man who shot it. 1. Possession in the grocery store. A Chinese woman was caught on camera by a CCTV camera in a store in 2016, picking items from a shelf like any other customer. However, she abruptly dropped the goods in one of her hands while holding the other high, and she began whirling her head in circular motions. As soon as her belongings fell from her grip, she became rigid, and her body appeared to be under the influence of another creature. People offered assistance, but she appeared to be out of control, and no one knew what happened. If you liked this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.